First, would like to thank all of the Chamber's annual sponsors: Benchmark Federal Credit Union, the Phoenixville Hospital, the Phoenixville Jaycees, SEI, Phoenixville Federal Bank and Trust, Premier Planning Group, Riverworks Luxury Apartments, Ardent Credit Union, AFC Urgent Care, Bryn Mawr Trust, Giardina Insurance and Financial Services, John Kennedy Ford, Malley LLP, OWM Law, Phoenix Village Luxury Apartments, Steve Greco Landscaping, Tompkins Vis Bank, and Trumark Financial Credit Union. So thank you very much to your support to the Chamber all year round. Today's meeting sponsor, again, as mentioned, is the Phoenixville Hospital of Tower Health. We would like to now introduce Sandy Crabtree from the hospital, who will give us an update on what is happening there. And following Sandy's presentation, Dr. Greg Gershkovich will give a brief presentation as well. So, Sandy?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandy Crabtree. I'm the Chief Nursing Officer at Phoenixville Hospital. I'm here in place of our CEO, Steve Tolman, who is out of town right now on vacation. So I just wanted to give a brief update on the last year at Phoenixville Hospital. As most of you know, it's been a big year for us at Phoenixville Hospital with the change of ownership to Tower Health, which has been a very good thing for the hospital and for our community. We've just passed our 1-year anniversary of being part of Tower Health, which, for those of you that don't know, are 6 hospitals in our area: Phoenixville, Brandywine, Pottstown, Jennersville, Chestnut Hill, and then the Reading Hospital, the mothership, as we call them, although everybody's now called Tower Health. So over the last year at the hospital, we have added many new physicians and specialists. We also have had some significant strides in the nursing department with our primary stroke certification last October, which has been great. It has brought in a lot of good things in our community, so we can now take care of our stroke patients a lot better than we did before, get them the right medication that they need, and then transfer them if they need transferring out of our facility. This year we've had some new things. We have just been reaccredited for chest pain in June of this year. This is our 3rd go-around for that. We have a new PET CT at Limerick that opened in September. And we have recently, in September, also been reaccredited for our advanced heart failure certification. So, as you can tell, we are a big cardiac center in the community, and some people don't know that, but we do cardiac very, very well as many other things in our community. The next year is also going to be one of a lot of change. We're going to be embarking on a new electronic health record, EPIC. And it will be an epic event because it's going to take us. We've been working on it now for probably about the last 6 months, and we will continue to work on it through next August when we go live with it. This will allow us, healthcare across the continuum will be able to see, records from patients where they've been taken care of at any of the EPIC hospitals or physician practices. It integrates with our physician practices also across Tower Health as well as other healthcare facilities. I'd also like to take the time to welcome our new CFO to Phoenixville Hospital and the Phoenixville community, Ed Chabalowski. He joined us in the last 6 months. So we're happy to have him. He has a lot of experience. He most recently was at the Geisinger Medical Center, and previous to that at Temple. If I missed anything, we can have an update on that. Did I get it? So it's been great working with him as well as all of the new things in Tower Health. Phoenixville Hospital Nursing Department will also be embarking on our Magnet journey beginning in January. We've already started and laid the groundwork for that over the last several years with our previous CNO, Sally Strzelecki, who many of you know. She had started the groundwork, and we're continuing that and really are invigorated with that. We've got a new professional practice director who is actually working on that. So there's lots of fun things going on at the hospital, quality of care, and anything else that we can do to help our community. So thank you.
Good morning. All right. I don't know if this... Check. Okay. So my name is Dr. Greg Gershkovich. I'm new to the Phoenixville area. I want to take the opportunity to thank Tower Health for having me come and speak to you guys. It's a perfect way for me to meet people in the community, which I don't know yet. So essentially, I am from the Maryland area. I did spend most of my life in Maryland, but I was born in Lithuania, and I came here when I was like 2 years old. And thankfully, as a result, my parents continued to speak Russian in the household, so I do speak fluent Russian. If you guys know any people that want a Russian doctor, I'm your man. I grew up in Maryland, Montgomery County, and the Rockville, Bethesda area. Went to University of Maryland, stayed local, went to Georgetown for medical school, and then I came and found my way up here to Philadelphia because I went and trained at Einstein, where I did my orthopedic surgery residency. Spent 5 years here, went to the bitter cold of Chicago for my upper extremity fellowship, and what that means is I do specialize in shoulder, elbow, and hand. It's pretty unique. Most people who do hand surgery just do hand surgery or wrist and some elbow, not much shoulder. And then vice versa, if you're a shoulder surgeon, you kind of tend to stick to shoulder and shoulder a little bit of elbow, and then the elbow is kind of like neglected stepchild of the upper extremity because no one wants to deal with it. Well, I happen to love that neglected stepchild, and I do elbow surgery, so I do it all. So I do anything from microsurgery, vessel repair, nerve repair, carpal tunnel, anything that has to do with the hand, all the way up to shoulder replacement, and things like that. I'm sure you've all heard of hip and knee replacements that people get for arthritis. It's probably one of the most common procedures done in America, but it also affects the shoulder and the elbow, so you can do shoulder elbow replacements as well. As I said, I'm new to the community. I'm very excited for Phoenixville Hospital because when I was interviewing about 2 years ago, everything was a little bit uncertain. Tower Health hadn't bought the hospital at Phoenixville Hospital, so I was kind of waiting, and finally everything went through. Everything's been great, and some of the things on the horizon, I think that was just mentioned, is we are building a new orthopedic suite at Phoenixville. It's going to be a multi-specialty suite with everything you need there. So we're looking to expand our presence in Phoenixville Hospital so people can have access. Right now, that is probably scheduled to be in early 2019, I think, Janice, right? So early 2019 is our goal. Right now, we are seeing patients in Paoli and Pottstown and operating at Phoenixville as well, and the surgery center of the main line. So that's what's exciting. Part of the other exciting stuff that's going on is the newer techniques of hand surgery where you can do it essentially wide awake, like you're at the dentist. You get local anesthesia, and it really helps in the outcomes because patients can be awake and participate. For example, doing tendon repairs, and you numb up the finger, and you don't have to be asleep, and the patient doesn't feel anything, but you can check your repair to make sure it's good. You ask the pair, move your finger. You ask the patient to move your finger, make a fist, and you can see your repair working. You don't have to just rely on it working just by faith. And patients really are seeing better outcomes, and then you can be more comfortable in your repair, so you can start therapy earlier. So a lot of good, exciting things coming out, and I do all that with the wide awake surgery as well. And if you are anxious about wide awake surgery, we can always put you to sleep. So it's really a patient preference. That's all about me. I'm happy to answer any questions if you guys have any. Otherwise, I will be around for the rest of the event to kind of chat and get to know you. So,
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to the hospital. As just mentioned before, I'm Megan Inman. I'm the current chairman of the board, and I'm missing my belly. My little belly is sitting over there by the window, if you were here a couple meetings ago, so it's good to be back. At this time, I wanted to introduce Jean Crack, the borough manager for here in Phoenixville, and thank you to the staff for being here as well, and invite Jean up to give us an update on what's happening in the borough. Thanks, Jean.
just want to say greetings to everybody. Unbeknownst to you guys, I got a bad right ankle, I got nerve loss here, I got no hearing here, and I got cataracts in this eye, and you put me on this side of the screen. Holy mackerel. And then, you know, when you show up, you see all these cars out here. It's like, wow, I'm a rock star. No, there's a golf game going on. So, how far away can I? Okay, right in this area. Can you hear me? All right. I just want to try to get my frame of reference. So I look out, and it's amazing to me that I've been here for 10 years. And first thing I definitely want to do is thank. I have my assistant manager here, Kelly Getzfried, and our community engagement coordinator, Katie Detweiler, and of course the mayor is here. So we've got a few folks that help get stuff done around here. I'm just the eye candy, by the way. They do all of the work. Okay. So. Just want to take some time and talk to you because a lot of you may have seen some of this stuff, but most of you probably haven't and would probably be quite amazed. So I apologize to those that you've seen some of this stuff before, but there's a lot of new faces out here. So what I try to do is start out with a little of the demographic information. And this is a little bit about the borough. The population that we have is 17,300. Based on all of the stuff that you'll see, I think by the 2020 bicentennial census, we're probably going to hit 20,000 people, and that's a large borough, folks. There are 960 plus boroughs in the Commonwealth, and well over 60% of them are about 2,000 to 2,500 persons. So, you know, the fact that we're this size is just amazing. But even more amazing is when you see assessed valuation, $770 million doesn't seem like it's a lot, but if you understand the common level ratio that the county uses, you have to tack on another 43%. So our true valuation in the borough is about $1.2 billion. That's quite a lot for a borough, regardless. And then there's some of the other demographics. You can see what those are. The bottom two, those are game changers because that was on 2010, and I'd say right now, based on the amount of new product that has come online in that time frame, those numbers are flipped and may go even higher once you see some of the other things that we've got going on. Square miles, we're 3.8 square miles. That is equal to Westchester, Kennett Square, and the city of Coatesville combined in square miles. We are the exact same size. If you took all of those three and put them into one hopper, we're the same size as they are. Plus we have the Schuylkill River and we have the French Creek bifurcating the downtown. So we got a lot of stuff going on. 49 miles of roadway, 40 water mains under each and every one of those roads. So about the equal number of water mains, sewer mains, the amount of signs, street trees, stormwater inlets, a lot of stuff for a team of 10 guys to have to try and maintain day in and day out, especially when the weather is like what we had this year. It was amazing the amount of work that those guys did, and I just can't thank that team enough. Some other things, going back to 2011, these are a myriad of projects that has gone on in the borough. I always try to do this and basically thanking from our state legislators to the county commissioners to all of the funding agencies that we go to get funding. For every dollar we spend in the borough, approximately $5 to $7 is returned in the form of those grants. And Kelly and Katie and the team in the office do a lot of writing to get a lot of things done, and you can see the results of that. We've completely redid our zoning. We completely redid our comp plan. We're now redoing in cooperation with the regional comprehensive plan, and we've done our subdivision land development, stormwater management, and a host of other things. We are a very, very busy and a very legislative municipality. We try to get a lot of things done, and I think the things that you've seen in the borough are the results of all of this hard work. This is 2018 and beyond. We still got a lot more going on, and projections into 2019 and 2020. We've got a lot more stuff that we want to get done in the borough. And hopefully, by the time I exit, not in the bad way though, leave the borough in the retirement mode, these guys will continue on all of the good things that are going on in the borough. So this is a project that's called Odessa. It's up on the north side. It's out adjacent to Township Line Road. It's over 500 residential units of apartments and assisted living for the senior community. Probably where I'm going to go next. So but I do have to point out that the place I don't want to go is right there because that's a cemetery. So there's that. Okay. 500 units of seniors. That's important. There's all too often we send them out to graze way out in the pastures, and this project and another project and another project, we're trying to bring them a little bit closer to town because it's important. You should feel like you belong someplace, and that's what this is all about. This is a project, it's 37-acre project, French Creek West. It's 500 plus units of housing. This area here is rental units, and this area here is a combination of over and unders and townhomes. What's important to note is that this here is a bridge connector over the French Creek out towards the Nut Road area, and I know I'm going to get this question later on, so I'll bring it up right here. This area represents about 120 at-grade parking spots that we're looking to negotiate with them, along with the parking along this main boulevard here. Upwards of about 200 at the end of the day, 200 parking spots within a block of the downtown. There's some things that people have asked about parking garages and what have you, and I'll explain a little bit of that later on. This is the site of the old Borough Hall. Those of you that remember that old building on 140 Church Street, the grade change, the combination of grade change down Church Street and then down Dean Street provides the opportunity for this project to have 3 levels of parking independent of each other, and then the residential units on top of that. I'm not here to sell that project on behalf of the developer, but it's a very, very affordable version of a Shenandoah type existence. But it's right in the heart of the downtown. You can obviously look up Barclay Gardens and get more information about what all of that means financially. But from our perspective, to be able to have 120 plus units of affordable quality housing for seniors in the downtown, that's going to increase, for those of you that are in the business, the daytime business, that walkability. These are folks that will have the funding and the ability to walk up and down the downtown to the various shops and the like. And I think that's going to send a different look and feel all day long instead of sometimes just in the afternoons. This one is Steeltown Village. God bless Steve Kembick and his team. They've had 2 rather unfortunate setbacks, but they just keep moving ahead, and I do believe they're looking to open sometime in November-ish timeframe. Again, it's affordable housing. Guys like me, I'm retired Navy. There's going to be opportunity for military veterans to live there. And it too is within walking distance to the core downtown. We don't have pretty pictures for this one, unfortunately, but it is, those of you that know where Epicurean is at, that retail village, it's hit its lifespan, and the owner of the property has determined that it needs to go from commercial to residential, and so he went through about a 2 years long process in the borough to get that opportunity. And earlier this year, Elam Point Crossing was approved for 193 apartments. One of the things, some of you in the room are aware of this, that the borough has been trying to spearhead the effort on affordable housing. And that's a tough topic. It's a tough issue to try and get past when developers are trying to do things to make themselves profits. Without the ability to legislate it, we were able to work with this developer, and in the approval, they are going to provide 5% of the housing. I know it's not a lot, but it's a start. 5% of that housing will be at the affordable rates, meaning that people that are in the service industry, and maybe some of the administration at the hospital or the school district or the borough would be able to afford some of these units, and it's a start. We have to start somewhere, and this is one of the first ones out of the box. This is Steelworks. This is around the corner. Those of you that know where the Bartow Pools is at, the Shell station, that entire northwest side of Bridge Street is where this is intended to go. 300 and something square feet of apartments and 36,000 feet of retail. But the big thing is that it has 500 car parking garage that goes with it. So to be able to go there, park, and not have to deal with traffic on Bridge Street, I think it's going to be a really significant plus. It just happens that the developer of Odessa, the aforementioned, and this are kind of one and the same. They're trying to figure out which one to go first, this one or Odessa, and we're having that dialogue with them, and hopefully one of them will come through the final planning process. Both have preliminary plan approval, but one of them we're hoping to come through in 2019 with the final. And then this is the most recent, going back to affordable housing. Council was able to listen carefully to both the staff and the team on the Council for Affordable Housing, that the borough had an asset, and this is our old streets facility, a public works building right at Buchanan and Bridge. And the Henkin Group came in with a concept of affordable housing for seniors in around the $500, $600, $700 a month range. And those of you who know rent, that's really, really cheap rent, especially in the core downtown. So the deal that was constructed was the borough is going to provide the land, the base land, for 35 years, and they will build on top of that and go through what is called a tax credit program to get those affordable housing units done. Again, another 50 units, 50 to 65 people being able to walk in the core downtown. And at the end of the day, at 35 years, if for some reason it's no longer affordable housing, what have you, the borough will get that property back at the appraised value of whatever that is 35 years from now. So it's not there's no loss to a degree, but the borough is assured that it's going to have property or affordable housing, one or the two. So this kind of gives you a sense of place. That's the High Bridge and Borough Hall right in here. So you can see how close proximity all of these are, with Eland Crossing being the furthest away. And then the Kiwanis and the JCs and others came to us a couple of years ago, I guess it was now. It seems like just around the corner, but about 2 years ago, and identified the fact that there's nowhere around us. Maybe Downingtown is the closest for All Abilities Playground for kids and young adults that have disabilities. So we've been on a fundraising campaign and have quite frankly gotten a lot of funding in a very short period of time. We're 330,000 give or take of the 500,000 needed, and the final portion of that, about 75 of that, is the ADA accessible restrooms. We don't have those at the site, so we're almost there, and it's going to be a discussion I think we're going to have with Parks and Rec and what have you as to when we'll start this. But I'm hoping that council will look to move this project forward with these agencies in 2019 and get this project done in 2019 and get this project done in 2019. Going back to the aforementioned Public Works building, we built a new Public Works building, and there was no bond involved. We had the cash to be able to do this building. moved down to South Second Avenue, and then, as you can see on top there, put a solar array system on top of the building to get a return on our investment. And I think what Kelly and Katie did is they gave you sort of a link that's on our website. You can actually see it's live. You can see how much energy is being produced by the solar panels. Although the rain, I don't think, gave us all of the sunlight that we really wanted to this year, but it seems to be working pretty well. Most recently, we've been working towards a new community center up on the north side. It took us about 35 months to get the land deal done, and once we had the site secured and the borough was the final owner of the property, we sat down with council. They authorized us to move forward with the architectural firm and engineering firm, and we began to design and engineer a new community center. We are out to bid as we speak, and expect those bids to come back a week from today to see, what the real affordability of the project is. I will say I know our state legislators. I saw Colleen was here. They gave us a tremendous amount of support on a program called RACP, or it's a revitalization. It's RACP. We'll leave it at that. But it is very, very, very competitive. I mean, very competitive. And our state legislators really got behind this project, and we got a rather significant award of $1.5 million towards the project. And that's on the high side. For those of you that know about that program, that number is on the high side. So a lot of gratitude to our state legislators on that. This is the, wow, hello. This is the trail system that inevitably we hope to put together in its entirety. Making these connections to all of those buildings on this side. There's a remaining right-of-way that comes across the top. The county is coming down along the river here, and the idea is to have a multi-purpose trail system with the community center being sort of in the middle of that, where people can go there and then go off in a myriad of directions. We have been very successful in getting most of our running and walking events off of the streets of the borough and now onto the trail. So that's really been helpful, because you no longer have to stop a lot of traffic in order to do these kinds of events. And then the Northern Relief Route is across the top of the borough from 113 out to 724-23 connection at Township Line Road. Again, we were able to get a significant amount of funding through the PennDOT's Multimodal Transportation Fund, and that ties together with the aforementioned Odessa project. So the Odessa project will use the Northern Relief Route as its core entrance into that project. Right now, we are about 75% through the design and engineering of that, and then hope to go to construction. I would like to go in 2019. Those of you that know, when you're dealing with environmentals and what have you, there's a lot of hurdles that you have to get through. But again, just a great team of folks putting their collective hands together to get something done. This is just somewhat of an outline of our wayfinding. We are literally in the final phase of fabrication, and shall we go into installation on these. This next thing is what's really pretty cool. So in the parking lots, we are now putting in a new a sign to identify parking lot 1, all of the information you need for the passport parking information and the like, and then on the streets the signage using the information. And I think, Barbara, if you recognize that we have borrowed extensively the iron posts from where you've done over at the foundry. In our kiosk, you'll see that look towards it. In these, you'll see that look towards it. And then we're going to work with our service clubs to come up with a welcome to Phoenixville motif, if you will, daytime look, nighttime look. we're looking to put this one right at the corner of the Burroughs parking lot, right as you come around from Tag Lumber, that area there. And then these are intended to, the one may actually have a video component, so that as you, over by where the AutoZone is going in now, it would have electronic signs, so it would announce events that are coming and what have you. So they came to us, the service clubs came to us, and we're trying to respond back with some design elements and what have you. So we're hoping to see what comes up next. Wrong button. And I mean, I can't even see that. Is there anything there? I'm sorry, I was getting ready to go to Kramer right then and there. I was going to call Kramer right then. Okay, you tricked me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the crossing, the expansion of the Schuylkill River Trail. On both sides of the river, it's all done well, but there's that little bitty sidewalk that you've got to try to get across. And so we've been working with DVRPC and PennDOT to come up with a new design concept that gives us about 8 feet of area protected from the traffic. And we hope to go to construction in around March, April of this year. Barbara, like you had issues with weather on your mural, we have the same thing with this decking. It can only be put down when the temperature is in between a 50 and 75 degree radiant. On the Schuylkill River Trail, we've added some stuff up at the Maury Road intersection, some workout equipment, and what's not shown on here is we actually installed a water fountain. You can drink from it, you can fill water bottles from it, and the little animals can drink from the bottom of it as well. What everybody's saying about us, it's a lot of cool stuff, and it just keeps coming in. We get calls all the time. I get asked to go to various communities to say, how did you do it? What would you do differently? And I think Collegeville wants me to go in 2 weeks to talk to them about things. Lastly, as with any kind of improvements, the one on the left is the current borough website, and we are engaged with Civic Plus to do a completely new website, which will have all kinds of stuff. And they finally beat me. I don't have Twitter, and I don't have Facebook, and all of those other things. But apparently now we do. So these guys, they browbeat me after 10 years. They browbeat me into saying we got to go, get with the rest of the world. So I'll leave it with that. Those are the new things that you can look up. I don't know how they work, but it's kind of like electric. It's magic. Just don't ask questions. Just let it go. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Quick, get off the stage.
Be fast. I promise not to. Working with the county and the Chester County Tourist Bureau, they've been talking to us about putting a kiosk up along the whole new Chester County wayfinding system. Have they been in touch with you about that?
That would be no.
No?
No.
Okay.
You guys are too easy. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jean, and all of the borough staff for helping to put that together and for everything you guys do for the community. I'd like to invite Megan back up, if I can. Megan's going to talk a little bit about our impending charity gala. We'll get to a few other announcements about the chamber, and then pull door prizes and hear community announcements. Okay, Meg?
Thanks, Jess. So we're coming up on our 6th year for the Charity Gala, being here at the Phoenixville Country Club the weekend before Thanksgiving on Saturday, November 17th. We're super excited every year, as we are, but this year's beneficiary is the Phoenixville Police Association Shop with a Cop program, which is a just tremendous cause. And, the funds that we're usually able to donate every year, which trending on several $1,000s, which is just a huge, thing for us as the chamber to do for the community, will go a really long way with this organization. So we would love to have your support in any capacity this year, as we do every year. If you can't attend the event, we'd love your business or individually as a family, if you'd like to donate a silent auction item to our auction. That didn't make a lot of sense, but oh well. We'd love to have your support there. There's community champion sponsorships available for like $250 if you just want to support the event or the program as a business. We'd love to have your sponsorship there. All the information is on the website. You can also call the office and talk to Karen or Janice or Jess about that. And we look forward to having you there. We already have about 75 people registered. So this event does sell out and probably will sell out this year. So get your tickets now and register on the website and call the office if you have any questions. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Megan. Now just on to a couple of chamber announcements. First, we do have the Phoenixville t-shirts that the chamber is still selling, and if you do have a special size request, I'm going to ask Teresa Haig to model today. She wore a very nice jacket as well as the t-shirt. That was not planned, but your check is in the mail. So those are $20 a piece. It's a cool fundraiser, and we appreciate everybody so far already sporting them around at events and such. We've had a lot of questions about them, and it's great to see them out there. Just wanted to mention a big thank you to the community. Over the weekend, we celebrated our final First Friday of the outdoor season and our food truck festival. Anybody here attend the food truck festival? Yeah, if you were there, that was probably the hardest Kelly and I have worked on the Food Truck Festival day in about 4 years in terms of physical running. But we just wanted to thank the Office of Emergency Management for great work that day too, as well as all the volunteers that came out. There's some of you in the room today. Thank you so much for being there. We're estimating definitively over 30,000 people were there that day. It felt like the largest festival though, and we had over 10 more trucks than we had at our last largest festival. So based on truck sales, it could have been closer to the 40,000 number. So a tremendous, again, thank you to volunteers, to all of our partnerships and the trucks that participated, the school district for shuttles. Many people are very thankful for those shuttles, Sandy. Thank you for that. But again, it's been a great season for events, despite the rain, and to all the financial supporters, we just want to say a big thank you. In the vein of events, here's a few more for your calendar. This Saturday, we will be celebrating Oktoberfest out at the Kimberton Fairgrounds. Thanks to the Phoenixville Public Library for their partnership, and to Bistro on Bridge and Sly Fox for helping in a big way to sponsor and support that event. It will be held from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. This is a traditional Oktoberfest, so all Oktoberfest beers from around the world and locally, all the breweries have put one together as well that will be on tap, and it'll be all local chefs. So from the Schnitzel House, from Uncle B's Barbecue Shack, and from Your Mom's Place, they will be putting together thousands of meals for people that day. The event is slated on Facebook to be very large. We're excited about the current engagement, but you can learn lots more about vendors and everything else on our website for that, which is phoenixvilleoktoberfest.com. I'd like to bring Karen up if I could in regards to the Halloween parade, which will be taking place on the 24th. She has some more info about that.
Hi, I just want to talk to you all briefly about the Halloween parade. This is the borough's Halloween parade. It's the Parks and Rec department, and every year they put together this great event. If your family, you have a group, a business, anyone who would be interested in registering to participate in the Halloween parade, you can do that on the borough's website. Afterwards, we're also doing, that starts at Borough Hall, and the parade begins at 7 p.m., and then it goes down Bridge Street to the 100 block. Immediately following the parade, we're going to be doing a trunk or treat for children in the community. We have 12 different organizations. The majority of them are community organizations, the police department, the fire department, Phoenixville First and the Chamber, the J.C.'s, the OEM, Fire Department, and a couple local businesses. So we right now are looking for donations of bags of candy or little treats for children who might have allergies. So if anyone has any interest in donating, that would be really great, and you can talk to me later or at some point later on. Thanks.
Thank you, Karen. Also, if you have kids that you want to register for that parade, we encourage you to do that in advance. Last year was the first year the Chamber participated in Trunk or Treat, and there were over 300 kids in like 15 minutes, which felt like, 35 seconds roughly. So the candy is imperative, and also signups are so helpful to groups like ours who are preparing little bags for kids so that everybody gets the same thing and has something there at the end of the night. Next event on tap, Phoenixville Harvest Festival. It's another Phoenixville First event we run. It's a 4-day festival, November 1st through the 4th. It includes a night market, which involves food trucks and vendors at Riverworks. Movie in the park this year, that will be Lion King for everybody's throwback. If you're in your early 30s and have kids, it's like the best option. So you watched it as a child. And then Saturday, we'll have a harvest breakfast. We're also doing a beer garden downtown. And Sunday, we'll have a pet day. So this utilizes and tries to showcase all the parks around our great community. We do not shut down any public roads or any public parking. You guys can send your thank yous later. That's fine. But it last year drew in thousands of people and new events are really hard to start. And this year there's, again, a great attendance appearing online. So if you have questions about maybe wanting to vend or getting business exposure, please feel free to talk with me about that. But again, coming up November 1 through 4. As though we didn't have enough to do. This year, Phoenixville First is also partnering with the Great Kiwanis Club on their annual Christmas parade. So this has been going on for, I think, over 30 years, on and off throughout the course of those years in the downtown. And that is always on the first Friday in December. So this year, that would be December 7th. Phoenixville First, sort of touch and spin on that, is that we are going to add a winter wonderland to the Main and Bridge Street parking lot. So that will be full of vendors. We're asking all local vendors, handmade crafters, and some of the downtown shops will also be set up in this designated area to sell holiday gifts and show a little bit about what they have. And there will be hot cocoa. Santa will be there, so it's going to be pretty cool. And we invite you definitely to come check that out. There will be more information released on that. The event's already on Facebook if you'd like to follow it there as well. And I think lastly here is the 90th anniversary for the Chamber is coming up in 2019. So we have put together a committee. If you're interested in serving on that committee, we would love to have you. And just as a sort of save the date, we have scheduled the Chamber's birthday party, which will be a 90s theme, 1990s, not 90-year-old, 1990s theme at Root Down Brewing Company. So it'll be $10 cover at the door sort of thing to the Chamber to help cover costs. I'm sorry? Yes, sorry, yes. That'll be Thursday, January 31st, Root Down. We have hired DJ John Goslin from your favorite TLC show, John and Kate Plus 8, which is, I think, now Kate Plus 8. But that is real, and he will be there that evening. And we have paid for that, so that's really cool. And also, I want to thank Brooklyn Girl Bakery. They're doing a really cool cake for us that will be all 90s themed. We do encourage you to dress up, and again, more info will come out on that, as well as a litany of other events that are scheduled for that year. But if you'd like to help out on that committee and be a part of planning some of those things, we would certainly welcome that. You can reach out to myself, Karen, or Janice. All right, so at this time, I just want to quickly thank 2 of our new members. If you do have a community announcement, or this is your first time attending the meeting, I'll ask that you form a line here, and we'll get through those. We ask everybody to please keep your announcements to 30 seconds or so. But to thank our new members, Primrose Lane Farm Doggy Daycare and Mainline Garage Store. So thank you guys very much for your investment in the Chamber. And if anybody has a community announcement, we'll take that now. Not everyone at once. There we go.
Hi,
Hi, my name's Jen. I'm from Gateway Pharmacy. Everybody has these on their table, but I just wanted to let everyone know that the lovely Teresa Haig will be with us at the pharmacy on Saturday, October 20th from 11 to 1 p.m. We've made really, really nice prints of the mural at Gateway, and so she will be there to sign some of them for your own liking or for maybe a holiday gift. So stop by then. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Chris Zaccarelli from the Crime Victim Center of Chester County. Had no idea who DJ John Gosling was, so thank you for enlightening me this afternoon. And since your calendars aren't full enough, we have another event coming up for the crime victims. It's our Night of Hope annual gala on November 2nd. It's at the American Helicopter Museum. We're going to have some like Cirque du Soleil type performers at the event, a silent auction, lots of cool Eagles gear, beer, wine, and catering by Ariana's. So again, it's on November 2nd. You can get tickets on our website. They're $75 each, and we hope to see you guys there. Thanks.
Thank you. You're in Phoenixville now.
Oh yeah, Chris wanted me to tell you that. We are at Orion Communities. Thursday or Tuesday? Tuesday. I always forget. We're one of our advocates is at Orion Communities every Tuesday from 12:30 to 2:30. So at our Westchester office, you can walk in and anyone can get our services for victims of crime and their families. And now we offer that in Phoenixville. It was a pilot program for the summer, but we knew we weren't going to stop it. I don't know why we called it a pilot program, but yeah, so we're still there.
Hi, I'm Chris Keller with Orion Communities, and we have our annual concert, fourth annual concert at the Colonial Theater on October 18th. Music for everyone. We call it Music for Everyone because the music is very diverse. It includes Beyonce and Mozart and Gershwin and African spirituals, so everyone's taste will be represented, fabulous singers that come, and also our sponsors gift us tickets so that our clients can come. So Orion is raising money for our neighbors in need, but our neighbors in need can also participate. So it is truly music for everyone. Hopefully you're seeing posters like this around town. I've got tickets, or you can get them online, and I've got raffle tickets for a week in Jamaica, 1 week. Sleep.
Time's up, Chris. Take 100.
Sleep 6 villa, or a cottage that sleeps 4, swimming pools. The cooks are included, the food's included, the cleanup's included. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I've got raffle tickets, so come see me. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? I'm Heidi Chung. I own a spa. My spa is in business for 9 years. We're focusing on using natural products. So every product we're using at our store is technically edible besides gel color. Don't try that. We have a special event coming up. Because in our spa, we focus on mind, body, and soul. So we have a sauna. So anyone who never been there before, just stop by. We have a 15-minute sauna for trial. So welcome to come seeing us. And we were new, and we're in a Gateway Center. If most of you don't know, we're across the street from Uncle B, where 724 and 23 split up. It's the new community we just built, and we're next to Pet Value. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Brower, and I just started a non-medical home care agency for seniors. I'm located in Phoenixville and just starting out, just got my license. So I'm looking for clients, I'm looking for employees, and I'm looking for help from the chamber, basically. That's it.
Hi, I'm Sherry Mitchnock. I'm with Sage Thrive. I put cards on everyone's table. We are hosting a free webinar on November 1st. It's a lunch and learn. It's identifying and managing mental health issues in the classroom. So any parents, teachers, any counselors, anybody that might be interested, it's free and it's welcome to anybody to attend. Thank you.
Hi, this is Chuck Benz, Phoenixville Federal Bank. I'm not here for that. I'm here to tell you about the Rotary Club of Phoenixville. We're having a great luncheon on Thursday, November 1st. Andy Talley will be there. He'll be there, or I'll get him. You know what I'm talking about. I do. Right. So what you need to do, with the exception of Jean, is to go on Facebook, find the Rotary Club of Phoenixville, like us, friend us, follow us, whatever you got to do, and check off that you're going to go to that event. And we're going to have it right here, noontime, November 1st. Thank you.
Hi there. Barbara Cohen. I'm president of the Schuylkill River Heritage Center Museum at the Foundry Building. And I wanted to tell Jean in particular The mural coming back brought almost 700 likes on Facebook on the Phoenixville page alone. We're very excited to bring back this iconic piece of the community that helped to transform Phoenixville from where it had been after the steel company closed. Our museum focuses on Phoenixville and the Schuylkill River with informative and interesting events, one of which is coming up on Thursday, October 18th. Marion and Dave Moskowitz took a chance. They purchased an empty, derelict 225,000 square foot building on the north side, the former Bud Company, and transformed it into an amazing community resource. So we are having our 9th annual Heritage Award celebration that honors those folks who honor Phoenixville's legacy. And at that event, we're also hoping the proceeds and the turnout will help to produce the ground growing that we need to happen at Renaissance Park adjacent to the mural. We've done the mural, it looks great, and now we need everyone's help to improve Renaissance Park. I put flyers on all these tables. Last but not least, our annual meeting, which is no admission, open to the public, on the 13th of November. It's a Tuesday evening. Yours truly will be giving a PowerPoint presentation about Phoenixville's Renaissance. So it's been very transformative. I promise we won't put you to sleep. So we'll hope to see you on the 18th. Please go to our website, phoenixvillefoundry.org, if you want to attend, to help us create a gathering place so everyone can appreciate the mural. And then free for admission on Tuesday evening at 7:30 at the Foundry. Presentation that I'll be giving will be about Phoenixville's transformation and renaissance. Thanks for your time.
Hi, I'm Karen Kessler with Kessler Dental Associates, and I just wanted to let everybody know that this year, as we do every year, we're doing our candy buyback, so that after the amazing Halloween parade and after Halloween, if the kids want to come into the office, whether or not you're patients of ours, we will give the kids, we pay them for their candy, and we donate the candy to our veterans and to our soldiers, actually.
Great, thank you. All right, I'll be quick. I'm the last one here. Ooh. Okay, I'm Teresa Haig, and I had a dream about a year ago to bring in a bunch of really professional artists into town and paint all of the awesome things that are Phoenixville. And so on November 4th, we are going to have an exhibit at my studio and gallery on 26 Gay Street, where you'll have about 17 professional artists who have been out in our community the week of October 24th through the 31st painting our town. And I would love to encourage you all to come out and see what they create and capture. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. I'm so excited about this event. And I know you're at the edge of your seats right now wondering how you guys can get involved. So there's a couple ways. First, please come to the opening. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's Sunday, November 4th from 2 to 8 p.m. It's at the tail end of Harvest Fest, too. So you'll go to Harvest Fest, you'll hang out, and then you'll just come into the studio. Then we also have an opportunity for you to sponsor an award. So starting at $75, you can have your business, your award, hung up next to the winning painting throughout the entire exhibition. It's a great opportunity for the community to see your involvement. Also, you can name your own award. So my favorite so far is Office of Emergency Management. Now, they haven't committed yet, but I think we need to make this happen. For the most disastrous painting, I don't know. So the biggest disaster. Yes. So I just wanted to invite you all to participate, whether you just come or if you could kindly sponsor an artist award, that would be amazing so that we could really get the community involved in this event. I have these great little brochures that I'm going to hand out really quick, and if you want a poster to put up, I would kindly appreciate it. So thank you all. One last thing. I'm so sorry, Jess. Okay. So, Cameron, can you stand up for a second? You want to come up? Cameron, you guys all know Cameron Peters with Cameron Peters Floral. Last year, she started the Adopt a Wreath program in Phoenixville, where I hope you all know about it, but you can sponsor a wreath to go up on one of the light poles downtown. She was just this incredible force behind this. So a bunch of us rallied around, and we have a whole committee working on it this year. Tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow is the deadline. And so please don't miss the opportunity to put your name, a dedication, your business on a wreath, because all of that money goes into building up our town. Every single cent of it goes into helping our town look more beautiful through the Beautification Advisory Commission and through this new committee. So I thank you, Cameron. Thank you so much.
And as we learned in Jean's presentation, nothing ever happens here. There's nothing going on. All right, so we have come to the end. We're just going to pull door prizes, and we've already pulled those winners for today. We'll start first with those door prizes and then onto the blue tickets. So for free membership meetings, we have Karen Kessler and Jim from Market Val. All right, so we'll get those handed out to you guys here in just a moment. And then the other two door prizes, or I'm sorry, raffles that we have, a $25 gift card to Bistro. Thanks to Bistro for donating that. And also Orion has donated 2 tickets to their Music for All event. Okay, pull those as well. The Bistro on Bridge $25 gift card, blue tickets, 786-875. 875. Anybody? We may have to pull more if we don't have a winner, sorry. 875? Okay, we'll move on to the Music for All tickets and come back to that. That's 786-667. All right, Lou, I know you love When Beyonce Meets Gershwin. I know you love that. All right, the Bistro card, I think Miss Karen's grabbing those tickets for us now. All right, thank you. Sure. It is 786-796. Goes to Lou Osterhout. Great, Marilyn Reich. Wonderful. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Next month, we will be back in the same place for lunch, 11:30 to 1:15, and we'll be joined by a total pro on LinkedIn who's going to give us a good refresher on that and give us some helpful tips. Okay? So we'll look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.